Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about complying with the ATF pistol brace rule by lengthening the barrel. Okay, that is one of the options that they gave us. Now, you may jump up and ask me, why on earth am I even thinking about complying? Well, let me remind you all that we were complying when we put the brace on here in the first place, okay? Now, you might say, hey, the only reason why you have a brace is because that's how the gun was sold to you, and then when you got home, you changed it to something else, and that's not an issue because, you know, you shoot on private property, and that's, you know, I'm totally cool with that, right? I'm not the police, right? I'm not the ATF. If you feel that you can not comply or you can resist and get away with it, you know, I personally don't have an issue with it, okay? However, that's not an option for a lot of us, okay? I am a gun instructor. I travel around training people, okay? So my guns are seen, okay? So my guns need to be in compliance. I also do training videos. Again, my guns are seen, so I need to be in compliance, okay? So people have different reasons. People have a lot of different reasons why they may comply or they may not comply, and I am not here to judge you. I'm just going to give you what I think is the easiest way to comply that kind of keeps all of your options open because, as many of you guys already know, there's, I think, at least 6 lawsuits out there against the ATF. There's a good chance that at least one of them is going to be successful. Okay, we have not been successful in getting an injunction yet from stopping the ATF from enforcing their pistol brace rule. I'm hopeful. However, there's only about 50 days left until they start enforcing it, and I need a backup option. I need to, you know, for one example, I have recommended, I have from the last, I don't know, 10 years or so, I've been recommending these AR pistols to women, all right, because they're not front heavy, and this is a very easy gun for women to shoot. So there's lots of women out there, lots of soccer moms that have purchased these AR pistols on my recommendation, and I need to give them a legal and legitimate answer, right? I can't just tell them to go fight the government, okay? So I don't want to tell them to register, because if they register, first of all, that's a one-way trip to becoming an SBR, okay? So once this becomes an SBR, it is now subject to SBR rules. You can't transport it across state lines unless you get government permission first. So I don't want to go that route. I think most people don't want to go that route. A lot of people have said that it's an ATF trap. I don't know, maybe. But regardless, I do not want to register. I do not want to be subject to SBR rules, okay? So other options that they gave us is surrender or destroy. I don't want to do that either. So the easiest option that they gave us, right, for compliance is to lengthen the barrel, okay? So really easy. And I'm going to demonstrate how easy that is, okay? So first of all, before we even get into that, I want to show you guys 2 other uppers I have here, right? So there's a 16-inch upper. This is a 16-inch upper. And these do not have a dedicated lower, okay? These 2 over here share this lower because most of the time when I'm shooting, I like shooting with this optic over here. This is the Holosun 510C, okay? Occasionally, I want to put on this variable scope for distance shooting, so I'll just swap. I'll put this barrel on that lower, okay, and occasionally, you know, I want to go retro, okay. So what I will do is I will, you know, I got this upper here with the carry handle on it, and I'll throw this on that other lower over here. So these 3 barrels over here, which are all 16 inches, have a shared lower. Now, buying uppers is really easy, right? You just order it online. They ship it to your house, just like you do with the scope, right? So ordering uppers, right, which come complete with the barrel, usually charging handle, that gets shipped to your house, right? It doesn't have a serial number. This is not a firearm, right? No serial number on this. Okay, so the scope, okay, which also gets shipped to the house, and the upper are basically in the same class of accessory, basically, okay? So as far as lengthening this barrel, I really don't need to do anything too complicated. All I gotta do is pull out the 2 pins. Okay, this now goes in the back of the safe somewhere. Okay, and I've got all these other uppers here that I was able to get on sale, right? Because basically, anytime they're running a sale on uppers, I'm buying more uppers, right? Because uppers are nice because you can put lots of different scopes on it, right? So usually I buy uppers because I just got a new scope and I want someplace to put the scope. Remember, it's every time you change scopes, you have to kind of re-zero it. So I'd rather not have to re-zero it. So that's why I prefer to have an upper for every scope. And then, you know, I don't need to concern myself with getting a lower because the lower can be shared. And getting lowers is a pain in the ass because has to be shipped to an FFL. You gotta go through the background check. I hate going through background checks, even though I can pass them. I don't like the very idea of asking for government to approve of me. So I generally try to avoid the background checks as much as possible. That's one of the reasons why I like building guns. I like building, you know, receivers, right? I like, you know, so and frames, so I can avoid having to ask the government to approve me. But anyway, going back to this basically what I just did is I lengthened this braced lower to make this now compliant with the ATF, okay? And it's really easy. All you gotta do is just pull out the 2 pins. That is how easy it is to lengthen the barrel, okay? So maybe I want to go this way. All right, there we go. All right, now I'm all retro with iron sights, okay? So that's how easy it is to lengthen the barrel. Okay, so again, a lot of you guys might kind of get stuck with this idea. Well, what about this? Well, what about it? It's not a firearm. Okay, this is just a barrel. You know, this goes in the back of the safe, and now I'm in the position where I can wait and see what happens in the court system. If I see that the lawsuits are not successful, down the road I might consider buying a lower or building a lower to make this upper compliant, or I may decide to just never shoot this again. Okay, this can go in the back of the safe. So that's the easiest way to comply, right? And if we're successful, then this upper can go back on this lower. Okay, so I don't have to register the gun. I don't have to surrender or destroy. You know, it's kind of like I get to eat my cake and have it at the same time. So, something for you guys to consider. I think that this is the easiest way to comply. Keeps all your options open, assuming that your mentality is the same as mine, where registration is, 100% completely off the table. So let me know what you guys think. If you got any ideas, let me know. I will talk to you all soon.